Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. I'm Resolves, and this is Moment of Creation. So I'm actually surprised that I've not made a video with this card quite yet, as it seems to be ticking all the boxes of the sort of playstyles that I want to be getting involved with. So what we've got with Moment of Creation is a slow speed, expensive spell that is a payoff card for playing a bunch of like cheap interactive spells and card draw. So got stuff like Torch and Equivocate, as well as like Strategize and Wisdom of the Elders, just to get us up to being able to find the power to play the Moment of Creation and hopefully be able to make some 6/6s or better is pretty much where I want to be. It's obviously a pretty excellent top deck late in the game as well, because if you're able to make like 2/11 with this, then it's going to be pretty easy to stabilize a board from there. You can maybe even use a Hailstorm as like a one-sided board wipe and then just crunch in there for some lethal. Moment of Creation was a bit of a meme card, and then batteries really sort of battered the point home that it's actually pretty good, especially since the buff a couple of months ago to bring it down from 8 cost to 7. So I've sort of watched a lot of the different iterations of the deck, and I'm pretty interested to be getting in there with these Molot Nakovas. So let's get on those games and see what we can do. Okay, here we are on the play. We've got 2 Crests, a little bit of card draw, and some catch-ups like the Hailstorm, so I do like this. I'm still a little bit suspicious of this Talir's intervention, but I suppose we'll keep it. I was actually very impressed with this in draft though. It's just silencing an enemy flyer and then just like blocking it was excellent. So, don't really know what we're against here. Let's go lead with the Crest of Impulse here. And Seat's great. We'll keep that. Just basically more power is what I wanted there. Even though it is depleted, it doesn't really matter. We're against Cena, so we've got sort of time to mess about here as well. And Hailstorm is, if this is like Xenon Beatdown or like Life Force, this is potentially great, but we've only got 1 copy, like a Torch to follow up, so I think we'll bottom that. Because if this is like Xenon Control on mid-range, okay, well, given what our opponents played, we're really glad that we don't have the second Hailstorm. Although could potentially team them both up later on to a bit of an effect. Yep, just keep cresting away. Just keep putting more power on top. Wisdom of the Elders is great, we'll keep that. That'll eventually become power. So I want to save Strategize for later, so say if we actually end up flooding. Hand's fine as it is now. We do waste the power right now, but we've got to hold up Torch anyway. I would like to Wisdom of the Elders on our turn because it's generally better to do, but I'm sort of suspicious of someone who just like negates it, so just chuck it off now. Use the premium one just to send a message. There we go. So Scorpion Wasp is a nice answer to like Sandstorm Titan or anything like that. And I think now we're at the point where we will be using the Strategize just to hit a power. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we'll bottom this. Sal's intervention is actually potentially quite good because we do get to bounce back the Titan. So I think as our opponent's not like showing us any units, we'll just get rid of the Hailstorm. Because next time we get to Sandstorm Titan plus like be able to protect it. Sort of like negative tempo or whatever, but not really too interested. If we get to trade this for like 2 removal spells, then I'm reasonably happy with that. And then if they just don't have one, we get to spend the turn after just like protect it with Kaleb's choice. Okay, so we're in great shape here. We've got 2 Sandstorm Titans and a protection spell. Now we can start working towards trying to build this Moment of Creation up. And I suppose maybe this is the sort of deck that we prey upon, just ones that aren't able to pressure you. And Sandstorm Titan is just a really good threat. Yep, that's fine. And often like in decks that should play it, I generally don't. This is not the best because we don't get to Kaleb's choice this, but I will tell his intervention, just return it to hand. Gets another spell in the bin. And as soon as these moments of creations just get nice and big, we'll be in good shape. But I'm going to strategize here first. I'll probably bounce back the Equivocate. Although the Equivocate is quite nice as like a sort of defensive spell as well. Sort of happy to chuck this back down. I'm not sure I really want to be playing these moments of creation yet because they're not quite big enough. A little bit greedy. Well, the 6/6s are better, I'll chuck them down. I like the sort of position in there that we've given our opponent the old scares, because now they know that we'll defend our threats. They've sort of had to banish on their turn. And this is an interesting choice. We could Kaleb's choice this, but I really don't think we want to. I feel like our opponent, they've not played any units that they've got like Channel the Tempest in the deck or something. I'd much rather just be Kaleb's choice in that. Well, sadly, it looks like the Scorpion Wasp might not do much in this match. Might just chuck it in as a little 1/1 attacker, but don't really want to get swept up by like a Virus Faber or something like that. Sadly, we can't Kaleb's choice that. Could really do with being in a seal in that position. Well, this is fine. Could torch the opponent so we can start getting these Moments Creation down. I was just like not got any wraps, so yeah, let's do that. Ooh, Trailblaze. Do we get greedy? 6/6 is big enough. The next one's already bigger, and if we draw a power, we get to Trailblaze first. Okay, here we go, Kaleb's choice. Don't really matter. Time Sigil, I suppose. Not got a moment yet, although I suppose a good moment. Yeah, we'll moment, and we've got like a surprise attacker over here. Death Strikes. Kaleb strikes it? Nah. You can kill my thing, it's okay. You're going to be sorry that you didn't, because these are even bigger. I wouldn't just like realistically need like 3 removal spells here. They don't have any board wipes in their colours, so I'm not too concerned about that. Sort of things we're looking at is like a Strain of Shadow or something, I think. Although this would be getting us there, I'm sort of happy just to get him for 16. I'd rather just hold up the Kaleb's choices, like, it's the way to protect these dudes. Because they're big enough, don't want to just like power opponent to 1 randomly. Although I would have been able to get him if we just like put the Scorpion Wasp at some point. Let's Trailblaze. I find more moments. Yeah, I'll keep that. I'm more than happy just to Trailblaze and a Trailblaze. Nope. Sure. Well, we've got a Heart of the Vault, so we'll keep that on top. Yeah, that's never going to do anything good for us. So let's counter that. I don't know what our opponent was exactly going to be getting with Cetaleoma, but anytime your opponent's just like tapping 6 power for a 2, I'd rather they just didn't. Yeah, 15, how many cards we got in top? Ah, I want my Heart of the Vault. Literally doesn't matter at this point. Let's put this on top, draw it. Yep. We got plenty of cards, don't worry about us. Solitude like the perfect tech choice for fighting against Moment of Creation, I guess. Oh, what are we doing another one? Let's go for the style points. Ooh. Walker Scorpion Wasp, that's what I'm talking about. This deck's sweet. Okay, on the draw here, and yeah, I don't like it. We're redrawing. Stuff seems nice because you can crest into Primal Trailblaze for more power, but they're not really doing anything. I feel like on the draw is the hands where we sort of want to have a little bit more interaction. Now we're against Huru, that's great. We've got time to mess about. Yeah, spot on this power. We are pretty dead to like Island's Choice. But hopefully this is just like a Huru beatdown deck or just some other nonsense. Wisdom's pretty good here. I suppose get the Crest of Impulse down. We have a Primal Source next turn anyway. Bottom this. And then tutor it up for value. Yeah, and given opponents like got the power up now, I'd rather just like Wisdom Hills in their turn. Or now's even better. My one concern really is just like getting Rain of Frogs on our win condition, but we are a little bit threat heavy as well because we've got the other Titans in the deck with Sandstorm Titan and Heart of the Vault. And this is something that Gemblade, we don't need to be worried about any Rain of Frogs here. Trailblaze first. Bit more power. Strategize nice. So yeah, I'll take it. This moment's already looking quite healthy given the hand we've got. You'll notice that I'm bottoming power quite a lot. And that's mostly because it's going to be quite easy for us to flood here. Just because we do have like a lot of card draw. So we'll be able to find the power anyway. So I'd rather just not flood. The issue now is that I was a little bit cheeky earlier on and I should have been grabbing like fire sources, but we'll be able to fix that. We've got like so much card draw selection here. I'm so curious about what sort of build our opponent's on here though. Oh, there's fire source. I think we will be waiting quite some time before we jam the Moment of Creation because I'm not entirely convinced that our opponent isn't like a harsh rule deck. There's no reason I have to see Wisdom there. But we'll just get to keep drawing cards and eventually just like slam one of these for 1,000,000. Oh, I see. Okay, well. So I feel like they've got the Protect, so we get some seal. And I think we'll just sort of make them waste some time by equivocating it. These are going to be a nuisance. We don't have like a way to deal with it quite yet. Well, got answer. I've got a way to silence it as well, which is even better. So I've grabbed the extra fire sigil we were looking for. And now if they play it, we get to like Talir's intervention to silence it. But now I'm pretty clear of what our opponent's up to. And this is a sweet deck. Did Investigate playing with it like a while ago when Protect used to cost 1. But now if our opponent protects this, we get to use the Heart of the Vault to pop it down. But off we go. So do need to be a little bit concerned about like an Island's Choice, which would be able to counter our Moment of Creation. So I am going to wait a little while on this yet. I don't really just want to get this like absolutely destroyed. If we had a backup one or like a Kaleb Strike, I'd be well. Kaleb Strike shouldn't actually interact with that spell. Be much happier at least. We'll sort of hoping that our opponent like taps low a little bit. Well, now we've got backup. We're in okay shape, but it's just going to be the Heart of the Vault here. One cost Wisdom Elders is great. We should also, like, on the next turn when we attack, we should be able to sort of fish out if our opponent is messing about with anything like the Island's choice, because it should let us know when we attack. But I think I will be Permafrosting this just because I'm pretty confident our opponent's got a lot of weapons. Maybe it'd actually be okay just to not Permafrost there and let them use weapons first. Okay. Drekka's a bit of a nuisance. But we do get to, as we've got 3 moment creations, I'm just going to chuck them down now. If our opponent wants to interact, there's no way they've got 3 moments of creations in the deck. There's the Island's choice. And we could Permafrost here, or we could also just like Scorpion Wasp, like, we take 6. But that's mostly fine here. I'm curious what the Echo spells our opponent's got is. Must be dragons. We get our 6/6 pack this way at least. And if our opponent's making like a 5/6 here, we get to attack in at least. Actually, wow, okay. Well, they're just going to go for it, I suppose. And having 2 15s in play is pretty nice against like anything like Thunderstrike Dragon there. Okay, so it's like Joe and Hurlers. Well, they're in the Abyss, and we don't need to play the next moment of creation quite yet. Oh, there's no blocks. Little Tin Man that can. Okay, well, 1 power, so easy redraw, although I would like to be on the play here. Oh yes, this is a nice expensive hand with a Heart of All top. So as long as we don't die in like turn 4 to Skycrow Aggro, we're in great shape here. So I don't want to lose value on this Crest of Fury, so I'm just going to play the Fire Sigil out. Spook our opponent out a bit, because we've just seen a Fire Sigil. We don't have anything to be doing anyway, so I'd just rather get value out of these Crest of Furies, because our hand's really expensive, and I'm never saying no to a Heart of the Vault. Sig Power is potentially great, it's going to fit in and let us have a turn where we're able to just start getting time sources available. And this could be like JPS unitless here. So let's chuck the Crest down. And Crest Wisdom's great there. I'm not going to strategize yet, hand's great. Don't really know what we need, but I will grab the additional time source. And I'll start off with this with Argent just to see how that matchup goes, because apparently that matchup's like really heavily in favour of the Moment of Creation deck. But I've only ever been on the Argent side, so I'm not too sure about that. Yep, power's pretty much what we want in this matchup. And I might actually just save the Strategize, just if we draw a Hailstorm or something like that, we'll just bottom that. I feel like just using so many Strategizes in the early game could just be a bit of a risk for like your actual quality of your hand. Just happy to just keep using these Crests. Sig Power for the additional powers, not too great. This Moment of Creation is actually not very exciting here. So we will bottom that. I'm in no rush to speed off the Strategize at all. Just going to Heart at the bottom next turn, just force our opponents to keep dealing with our stuff. Here we go. So we've got a nice target at least if we do find like the Talir's intervention. A nice cheap Molot on Nakova. So if our opponent lets us attack, we are going off. But if they use a removal spell on this, they've probably not got 2 removal spells for the Molot. Harshal's reasonably aggressive here. They do get the Destiny dude back, so it's not the end of the world. I think given the amount of power opponent's got, we can probably get away with just chucking down a Molot. And then next turn we can potentially just protect ourselves with the Kaleb's Choice. Most of our opponent's removal spells cost like 4 or something that actually deal with this. Though they kind of vanquish. Modification is still not very exciting, just a couple of 1/1s. Okay, well, we're attacking. No, sir. Unfortunately, we did let one of our opponents, like dead cards in the matchup, the Hailstorm, actually do something. Let's turn this into a power, just because this will power up the moment. If we're just going to be bottoming this anyway, it just gives our moments +1/+1. And the Equivocate's pretty juicy here as well, because we do get to protect the Molot. We just got like a random 6-drop, which potentially isn't very good. And yeah, we'll do that. But we just turned this sort of spell into like a random card. Yep. And Champion of Progress is still like a juicy minion, so we'll stick that out there. Just keep making our opponent deal with the same card over and over. So they've effectively used like 4 cards just to deal with 1 Molot. If that's what you want to feed in time, then I'm pretty happy. I could just have a counter for this, so let's go Strategize first. Get rid of this Hailstorm. Yeah, we've got a reasonable like blocker for any sort of Mactos. Oh, Champion Cunning, even better. Yep. There's no flying though. Oh, that's boring for you. I should just double torch it, but we're just going to get rid of this power. Don't really need 8 power quite yet. But I'm pretty happy just to Scorpion Wasp this, and if our opponent's got any fast speed interaction for it, just force them to use a bunch of power on their turn so we can just untap them at the moment of creation. We've seen like 2 Harsh Rolls now. Yep. So I'm not super interested in the fact that they might have more. Yep, that's mostly fine. Yeah, we'll keep Wisdom. These are reasonably sized now. A couple of 7/7s. Don't die to like Annihilate or anything like that. It's actually quite robust threats. If our opponent wants to use like the 3rd Harsh Roll, then that's also pretty fine, to be honest. Like, pretty sure this is what this is. Just gonna double block. Maybe this is like another Hailstorm to like kill one of these. But that still feels pretty good because we managed to kill like a champion. And if our opponent wants to islands this, then that's sort of fine. Now we'll just get to make the big Molot. Pop the old face ages, but we've got like another 2 for 1 here. And this deck is just like expensive 2 for 1s and like some amount of interaction, so I'm having a great time. We're a little bit shy here. Well, I was going to Equivocate and then like Torch to kill, but I suppose those opponents seen us thinking then. They figured it out, but that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, and we're on the draw against one of the Witching Hours. Easy redraw for me here. Just 1 power's not all I want to see. This sounds like a lot better, but not perfect. It's got like a bunch of interaction now. And if any of it's bad, we get to Strategize it away. So, Crest of Fury always feels like we're playing against like Primal Icaria. But this Crest is pretty much just going to be fine in his power. And Sea Wisdom's perfect. That's what I want to see here. Could very well... Yep, so Primal Icaria. What I was thinking here. I think this is a position where we will use Strategize just because Purify and Permafrost are not going to really do very much in the matchup. But then, now it's Hailstorm. Although this could be like the free faction plate deck. We've got a bunch of answers to a carry only, so let's get rid of this Hailstorm. Permafrost will be alright, just like popping like a From Warden's Aegis or something, but From Warden's not going to be too good against us here anyway. Now let's get a Fire Source just so we're nice and safe if we find any type, well, any Heart of the Vaults. But next turn, I'm probably just going to be slamming the Sandstorm Titan. Generally, like against the carry decks, you want to be slamming the Titan on like turn 6 just so they have to take turn 7 off to deal with it. But as we've already got the Wasp. Okay, so now is a change of plan. Because this could very well just be like a Rune Hammer just to deal with the Sandstorm Titan. So if they make it blind just to attack us, then I'm just going to Kaleb's Choice it. Yeah, that's fine. Just happily, like, we do 2 for 1 ourselves. Hailstorm was reasonably not going to do anything for quite an amount of time anyway. It could be a die show, which could be a reasonable issue for us, because we don't get to Kaleb's Choice it. But I've no idea how you're really supposed to play this matchup anyway. But I assume it's not going to be good for us at this point. That's the old 4-8 die show. Let's get a Primal Saucer. We can afford to take 8. I feel like I've also got like Vanquish or something just to deal with this, or even Harsh Will. So I would rather, if they made an Icaria, just pipe this down. But the 8 armor on this weapon is going to be a real problem to deal with. Now let's have a little Crest and Equivocate. No, sir. And Heart of the Vault might be what the Doctor ordered here. My other option was just, let's say, play a Sandstorm Titan, just hold Kaleb's Choice up. But I think we're in a lot of trouble anyway. And it's not impossible. I was just like a bunch of Vanquishes in hand anyway, so we could just be dead either way. And yep, there it was. Let's give me the old GGs. Have they got the torch as well, just to do it in one turn? Yep. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, here on the plate, and it's a bunch of power and Sandstorm Titan, which, as great as that might be against like, if our opponent's playing Skycrag, I'd rather just redraw. That sounds not great, but we can hopefully just find some more power for the Strategize anyway. We know we're not drawing any here, but we are against a Crest of Wisdom, so hopefully not too much pressure. And if it's like a Crest of Wisdom Elysian beatdown deck, then it's not a good shape because you get to deal with any of the false princes just with the torches here. But this will be an instance where we are actually looking for something, we know what we're looking for to Strategize. Also got a matchup where Torch is probably not great, so probably pop that down. By the way, it's pretty perfect next turn, but not quite what we're looking for here. And okay, so we're taking a turn off. Let's get rid of this Purify. So our power will be sorted, it's just a case of not quite yet. Okay, cool. So last match here could be the mirror. Let's see how we navigate this. Perhaps not too expertly. So we've sort of stuck on 2 for an extra turn here. It's not really where we want to be. But the Find the Way at least should really power Moments of Creation. Opponent's having a little think here. This would be a pretty good thing to, if they could counter it, they should probably counter that. I think we'll go for the time first. We can grab the fire next turn. But ideally we'd also draw a power next turn. Yep, so it looks like it's actually just the mirror here. I think we could just like take 5, sort of fine. We could double torch this next turn, which as terrible as like getting 2 for 1 is. Yep, no block to me. Also, we're just drawing Equivocate, I'll probably just do that. But we've got the triple torch as well, which is excellent because this means we get to be sort of safe if our opponent's got like the Kalebs here, and it shouldn't use it on the first torch, it should definitely use it on the second, allowing us to lead up with the third one. And just having the Kaleb's choice is a reason why you don't lead with a Hailstorm. Yep.
I'll find the truth of my bloodline.
And if they've got a second one, then that's just like rough beats for us. Yep, there's the Equivocate. So that's pretty nice as well. Whatever it turns into is probably a lot less threatening. We did get pretty owned there. But opponent's taking the turn off to find the way, so whatever they got mustn't have been super exciting here. Although I assume just hitting all your power drops is probably really important in this matchup anyway. And the opponent's disciplined at him, not just killing off the... Yeah, let's get rid of this Hailstorm. Well, the Permafrost is not great, but opponent does have like a whatever vanilla on top, so... Seek Power's good, gets us the... Definitely the Fire Source here, so we get to just do Heart of the Vaults a couple of turns in a row. Also, these 2 Permafrost are sort of fine against the first moment of creation. We already use like our Kalebs, so not too concerned about that. Well, we are taking some damage here from the Sandstorm type, but hopefully we'll be able to stabilize just with all these hearts. Nice. Zero cost torch is pretty nice here. It means we get to kill this. So we'll probably just make our blocks. Yeah, Equivocate's fine. What do we win? Jekyll Bounty Hunter. Nice. Silence and Stunner unit. I don't think this works the way that I actually want it to. I don't think you can stun a Sandstorm type at the same time. Well, yeah, we'll torch this. Our moment of creation is going to be juicy when we get to it. But I feel super, like, dead to this now. So if we draw a power, I might silence this and then... Ooh, Equivocate, nice. Yeah, let's just Equivocate this. I don't think we can interact with each other's Equivocates. And, Hailstorm. Well, it might be good at some point later where we'll just like combine Hailstorm with a Heart of the Vault. But yeah, let's get the pressure off us for a little bit. Well, our opponent's got the no Permafrost, probably no effects. So we can Permafrost both of these and make a Sandstorm Titan. I think that's what we're going to do here. So let's go, everyone's got like a Kaleb Stress, like a Trailblaze or something here. But we'll just be making the Sandstorm Titan. And then next time we can make our own moment of creation, they're going to be huge. Yep, this is fine, we're just going to jump. Don't want to take 8 and just be like dead turn Molot Nakova. Also, we might not get a choice here. Points using a bunch of spells and we're taking 8. But at least can't Molot us now. Nice. Well, you can gain 4 next turn. But for now, it's just going to be some Moment of Creations. And I might have saved this for next turn. Yep. So this is us deads. And okay, I've probably got some interesting technology here with the Curiox. So perhaps it would have been right there just to use the Heart of the Vault to like kill this. But, yeah. That's a wrap. Okay, and here we are for the wrap up of the Molot Nakova Moment of Creation deck. It was actually pretty cool. We didn't do too well in the last couple of games, but I think that's just down to this being the first time I've really picked the deck up. But I was pretty interested to see how it works out. The Talis Intervention was actually a lot better than I thought it was. This is sort of a suspicious inclusion whenever I see it. Although it was definitely pretty cool in the Xenon Life Force deck played a couple of months ago, as you could sort of trigger a Life Force or return like one of your dirtly dudes to your hand. Overall, for the power levels, actually really there. The Moment of Creations are just great at stabilizing any sort of board, especially if you've just got so many ways of interacting with the opponent with like all this Hailstorm and Torch. Just I can see now how the Agipot matchup is probably a lot better than it originally was when this deck like first started going around the ladder here. But yeah, deck's sweet. It's got a bunch of like card draw and selection, and then just some sweet fat win conditions at 6, 7, and 8. So would recommend. Probably going to try this deck again. Just when I've got more of like a hands-on experience with it, just to see what the plays are supposed to be. But other than that, thanks for watching. I've been That Resolves, and this was Moment of Creation.